So, today we're going to dive into a pretty wild connection between a fast food giant's marketing stunt, a stage ventilist's mind-bending tricks, and yeah, some pretty controversial modern dating advice. What could these three possibly have in common? Well, the answer might just change the way you look at, well, everything. First up, let's talk about a really bold marketing move. Imagine Burger King offers you their famous Whopper for just a single penny. Sounds great, right? But here's the crazy part. To get it, you have to be at a McDonald's. It sounds totally backward, but trust me, there is some serious psychological genius going on here. Okay, now picture this. A performer on a dimly lit stage. They've never met you before in your life, but somehow they seem to know your innermost thoughts, your hidden potential, even your secret personality traits. So what's going on here? Is it actual magic, or is there something else at play? And then you've got this modern dating advice you see floating around online. The claim is that you can attract a potential partner in a crowded room without even saying a word to them, just by changing your internal state. It sounds like something straight out of a self-help book, but is there any real psychology behind it? A fast food deal, a mind-reading trick, and a dating strategy. I mean, on the surface, these things have absolutely nothing to do with each other, right? But what if I told you they all lean on the very same fundamental principles of human psychology? Let's pull back the curtain and find the hidden thread that ties them all together. All right, let's get into the core of it. The big secret connecting these three worlds is a set of incredibly powerful psychological principles. You can think of them as levers that, when pulled correctly, can influence human behavior, whether you're trying to sell a burger or, just make a connection. The first lever is something called the contrast principle. See, the thing is, our brains are kind of terrible at judging things in a vacuum. We figure out what something is worth by comparing it to something else. For example, a $100 shirt might seem pricey, but if you put it right next to a $500 shirt, suddenly it looks like a total steal. It's all about the framing. Next up, we have cold reading. And this has nothing to do with being psychic, by the way. It's all about a deep, deep understanding of human psychology. It's about using these very general statements that feel incredibly personal, but are actually designed to be true for almost everyone. It creates this instant, powerful feeling of being seen and understood. And our third principle is disqualification. Now, this one sounds totally backward, but stick with me. Instead of showing a ton of interest, you actually create a small challenge or a little barrier. This completely flips the script. All of a sudden, you're not the one trying to win them over, they're trying to win you over. It instantly makes you seem like the prize. All right, so we've got the theory down, but how does this stuff actually play out in the real world? Let's start by taking a look at marketing's hidden script. Let's go back to that 1-cent burger. Burger King's Whopper Detour campaign was an absolute masterclass. The steps were so simple but so clever. You had to get their app, literally drive to their biggest competitor, and only then could you unlock this amazing deal. It was just a bold and brilliant move. And this is where the magic happens. By making you physically go to a McDonald's, Burger King was using the contrast principle perfectly. The very act of choosing a Whopper while you're literally standing in the shadow of the Golden Arches, it made the whole thing feel like a fun, rebellious act. That 1-cent burger wasn't just a discount. It felt like you were pulling one over on the big guy. It felt like a win. And you see this all the time. This isn't some one-off trick. Creating a rivalry is a seriously powerful marketing tool. Samsung has been doing it for years, right? Directly comparing its phones to iPhones in ad after ad. This kind of manufactured rivalry uses that contrast principle to frame their product as the smarter, better choice. Okay, so selling burgers is one thing, but what about something way more complex, like human connection? Well, it turns out techniques that were born on the magic stage are surprisingly common in a lot of modern dating advice. This is a classic cold reading line. It's called the rainbow ruse. And when you hear it, you think, wow, this person really gets me. But it works because it gives you a trait and its exact opposite, so it covers all the bases. I mean, pretty much everyone feels both outgoing and introverted at different times. And here's another one. This is a Barnum statement named after the legendary showman P.T. Barnum. It's a flattering but super vague claim that could apply to almost anyone. I mean, who doesn't feel like they have untapped potential? It just makes the person saying it seem incredibly perceptive. But, and this is a huge but, there's a razor-thin line between coming off as insightful and coming off as a total phony. When these techniques are used badly, they just fall apart. As one really skeptical Reddit user put it after reading a post full of this kind of advice, "Smelled like bullshit, so I stopped." It's a great reminder that you really can't fake authenticity. Okay, so we've covered the how these techniques work. But to really get why they have such a powerful grip on us, we need to zoom out and look at the deep-seated instincts that have been hardwired into our brains over thousands and thousands of years of evolution. The big question is, why are we so susceptible to this stuff? Well, the reason these tactics can be so incredibly effective is that they tap directly into the fundamental wiring of our brains, a wiring that's been shaped for millennia by the basic pressures of survival and, of course, reproduction. According to evolutionary psychology, humans have these flexible mating strategies. Depending on the context, we might be looking for a short-term thing, or we might be looking for a long-term partner. And each of those strategies makes us look for totally different signals. These influence levers we've been talking about, they're basically just shortcuts to trigger those very signals. And here's a crucial idea from researcher Jeffrey Miller. We've evolved to value what he calls fitness indicators. And we're not just talking about being strong or fast here. These are complex skills, like having a great sense of humor, being creative, showing ambition. They signal a healthy, intelligent mind. And at the end of the day, techniques like cold reading or disqualification are really just attempts to artificially broadcast those same signals. So now that we've seen how the sausage gets made, we kind of have to face the big ethical question here. Is knowing this stuff a tool for self-awareness, or is it just ammunition for manipulation? This one comment from Reddit just nails it. It's cynical, for sure, but it gets to the heart of the problem. These powerful psychological tools are often packaged up and sold to people, preying on their insecurities for a quick buck. It really shines a light on how easily this knowledge can be used for exploitation. From a marketing campaign that literally sends you to its rival, to dating advice that steals its tricks from a magician's handbook, these levers of influence are always being pulled all around us. They shape our choices, our perceptions, our relationships. Which brings us to the final question. Now that you can see the strings, are you the puppet or the puppeteer?